So, Amanda, this is your first fight, first title of defense here in Brazil, but all of the talk surrounding this fight is about Chris Cyborg. Does that bother you that all the attention is going to her instead of you and Raquel Pennington?
No, I think Chris is she's a big name, you know. Everybody's gonna talk about Chris, and me, Rocky, been doing our thing, you know. We've been promoting this fight. We've been doing everything for this fight being huge, you know. And I think it's gonna be fine. I think people talk about Chris and then talk about ours as well.
Mm-hmm. Still talking about Chris. Exactly a year ago here in Rio, we spoke and you said that you weren't interested in fighting Chris Cyborg because she was too big for featherweight and you were too small for bantamweight. What happened to make you change your mind about fighting her?
You know, it's the past years, like, you want to do something big with your career. And when you are the best, you want to fight the best, you know. And how was my division, like, pretty much stopped. And nobody lined up to fight me. And I didn't even know when it's going to have somebody. And then Rock's going to be the next. She got injury. And then things going to start getting tough and tough. And then when I saw Chris not have a fight coming up either, her division stopped as well. And I decided, I talked to my coach, and I talked to my girlfriend and my sister, like, you know, let's do something big, you know. We don't have a fight coming up. We don't have nobody in our division. I think this fight is supposed to happen, you know. And this was the reason.
She said that that you were trying to use her name to build your brand. What are your response to that?
It is what it is, you know. Like, Ronda Rousey was huge as well. I need Ronda Rousey. Like, this is MMA, you know. This is, you the best, you have to put your belt in the line. And I'm the best, somebody want to fight me. And I'm happy for, you know. I think if somebody want to fight you, this is make it interesting for you, you know, because people look up to you. And if she think like that, I think like it is, you know. She's huge. She's have a huge name, and this is gonna look good for me, for her, for all the fans. I think it's gonna be good for all of us.
Raquel was saying at the press conference that you guys had dinner and that you actually had a conversation about this and the division. Can you share what you guys talked about in regards to the whole just building your division thing?
Yeah, it was pretty much it. I think the division stopped, and then I stayed there, like, you know, my belt sitting down at home, and we waited, and then I knew the whole time Rock is gonna be the next, but she got injury, and I decided, like, you know, I decided to go to a huge step in my career, and that was when the Chris name come up, and I think UFC have to put those girls, you know, to fight. This is the big thing. The matchmaker have to bring all those girls and then put it to fight. And then, like this, the weight class is gonna be good. You know, it's gonna be like it was before. But we need some help, and this help have to come from the matchmaker from UFC.
Speaking about the Raquel fight specifically, you guys are friends, and then you did mention that you trained with Tisha for a long time. So she kind of knows your game and your style. You guys are friends, but do you have that, I don't know, maybe fear or apprehension in the back of your head that she's going to be able to provide insight for Raquel?
I don't think this is like matter that much, because when that door closes, you know, only me and Rock know what is going down, and we think we know each other, but we don't know. You know, because we never fight before, we never training together before, and I feel like it's gonna be surprising for both of us. I know we're gonna be ready, but things gonna happen. You know, somebody have to win, and I know, like, everything she's bring up, I'm gonna be ready. You know, and I don't think this matter that much. You know, I did train with Tisha. We was very close in the gym. But, you know, when we step in that cage, nobody knows what is going down.
In those talks of you and Cyborg and everything else, and with Raquel maybe coming off a long layoff, do you think that maybe people are underestimating her or overlooking just how solid of an opponent she actually is?
This is the dangerous thing, you know. I have to be careful. you know, because MMA is MMA, things can happen. And when people underestimate somebody, they get stronger because I've been there before. I know how she's feel right now. And I'm not going to get that letting me down because I've been there before. I know everything Rock is feeling right now. You know what I mean? And that's why it's going to be good for me in this camp because I'm not worried about that. Like, I know what about like what the people say. I worry about me and then do my thing and then get 100% and then keep my belt.
In your last fight, you have a rivalry with Shevchenko. Prior to that, you have a relationship with Amanda Rousey. You wanted to take her belt. Against Pennington, you have a cool relationship with her. How do you manage to change your mentality to make sure that you don't get in the cage to relax before fighting someone that you consider a friend?
Stay in the top. You know, this is my big thing. That's why I'm here. That's why I go train every day and to be the best, you know, to keep this belt. This is the only motivation, you know, for me is to keep this belt, be the best for long time. And I think this is the big motivation that I have.
You're now fighting about, talking about maybe fighting Cyborg at 145, but in the past you've always said that you were closer to fighting at flyweight instead of moving up to featherweight. Do you still think about that? Maybe one day going down to flyweight, and maybe if the Cyborg fight happens, maybe you could become the first fighter to win 3 titles in the UFC.
You know, like right now I'm really focusing in this fight. It's very hard to talk about the next step. I have to go through in this one first. But when we get in my position, you know, I'm the best in my division. I think like from here you only want to prove yourself more and more, and go down to 125. Try the 125 belt or go up. This is the thing. Like sometimes you have to do, you know, to keep it like your in the top, you know. Imagine if I beat the girl in the other division. Like, this is gonna be huge for me, you know. It's gonna be another dream come true. But right now, I'm focusing this fight. Of course, this fight is a big fight in my career right now, and to keep this belt is more important for me.
Okay, you're talking about the fight, but since he mentioned a rivalry with Valentina Shevchenko, she's now at flyweight. She had an awesome flyweight debut, but she does talk about her desire to have revenge on you at some point. She talks about a trilogy fight. Do you have the same? You won, obviously, both fights, but both of them left like some things in the air. Do you have the sense of unfinished business with her?
Well, you know, it is what it is. I don't care about her, honestly. Like, she's like only Valentina, you know. She's gonna talk about me. I'm the best, you know. That's why she talk about me. And I beat her twice. She had one chance to try to beat me clear. She don't always clear, you know. She did a couple things in the fight, of course. But I don't think she deserved the belt, you know. She didn't even like was be able to hold me back that much in the cage, you know. And I was the same. The first fight, I beat her twice, and then I got tired in the 30. But that was the excuse for her. And then we have the 5 round. She did nothing. You know, I think she liked to talk. That's awesome.
Just one last question. Ronda Rousey just made a move to WWE, to pro wrestling. Have you watched her performance so far? What are your thoughts on her move to pro wrestling?
I didn't watch. I heard about it, but I didn't.
Do you think it's good for her? She has talked about. She just did an interview saying that after the loss to you, she felt that God hates her, and now that she's in a better place fighting, competing in pro wrestling, do you think that was a good move, considering that she wasn't mentally prepared to fight in MMA anymore?
You know, like, this is one question only Ronda can answer, because I didn't even know. I don't have any and I never talked to her after the fight. And I feel like if she's happy, is the more important thing for her, you know. I feel like she did a lot for this sport, and she decided to do something else. I hope everything get well for her.